sort of Indian cooking. And then I've got some of this sweet paprika to go with our potatoes. Now, this is why I always get into trouble really with the Italians, because I actually think Spain produces better olive oil than the Italians. You see already you've got an amazing colour with this paste. I've got a pinch of salt and then just throw in these potato wedges. Now it's quite fortunate to have restaurants on boats. Call it a boat. It's a cruise ship, so it's a big boat. But it used to moor up every time in Barcelona. There was an amazing market there called La Boqueria, which is right on sort of the central drag of Barcelona. It's a really heaving place with so many different people, but the market itself is just a chef's paradise. This type of food that you'll get is sort of the food that's just written on a board. When they run out of it, they make something else up. And this is one of the things that you'll have out there. Just the potato pieces, you might have little croquettes, that kind of stuff. It's all this style of food. We throw your potato wedges into our tray there, straight in the oven, and then we're going to cook our chicken wings. Now, you can actually deep fry these if you want. I'm actually just going to roast these.
This is a good-looking shot. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday.
I think some of Spain's best exports, really. You've got oil and then some of this stuff, which is brilliant. This is smoked paprika. This is brilliant.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
About 6 cloves of garlic going in here.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
So this little sauce here, we use some good quality Spanish oil, plenty of oil, you can see in there as well.
Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up in a hurry, because if this one doesn't go in, that score's going to rack up very quickly.
And he makes it for a bogey here. Now to the par 4 6th. Decision time, Frank. Driver, or do you go with 3-wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up, though. The length hasn't increased with that bunkering in that choke point. So the strategy, do you have the length to get past them? Or if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. 110 yards away, and this shot could be affected by the wind, which is coming from behind.
That's going to be perfect for our chicken wings. And then you can't really do tapas, to be honest, without using these.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
They're almost done now. You can see that the skins start to blister and they start to soften up slightly.
He can't believe it. Thought it was in. And getting ready for the putt.
And then finally,
Has it.
This is the reason why tapas
Par 4 6th, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, well, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Depends whether you want it too hot. That smoked paprika is a bit hot, so you can cool it down. Just a squeeze of lemon. Just pop them straight into the sauce.
Surely not.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
With these, you're sitting watching the TV. Don't wear your best shirt.
All things pointed to a good week. birdie there. Very important right now.
Playing some good golf. Don't forget the final round comes your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, so long for now.
The whole thing about tapas, it's all about full-on flavour, simple cooking. Most importantly, great tasting food. That is not the hot one.
Now, another Spanish-style dish, although this hails from Latin America, specifically Mexico, it wasn't that long ago that Mexican cooking was completely unknown over here. But now, most of us are familiar with tacos, burritos and tortillas. Now, being a master baker, Paul Hollywood makes his own tortillas, and once they're ready, what he does with them is worth paying attention to.
I'm going to start with some spicy roast chicken. Put some celery salt, cumin,
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Here at the TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, and Frank, when so many people tune in to watch this great event, they think immediately of the 16th hole with all of those fans jammed in. It's like Fenway Park inside the desert there, but it's much more than that little par 3, isn't it?
It certainly is more than that, Rich. The TPC Scottsdale is a great venue for a PGA Tour event. It's a blend of everything. Birdie opportunities, holes that are fought by water, bunkering that's being changed. All in all, it's a great atmosphere with nearly 500,000 people that visit this during the tournament week.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
I want it to be quite lumpy. I don't want it to be terribly smooth like baby food. Add a couple of tablespoons of sour cream, a pinch of salt, and a splash of olive oil. That's the fella. That's going to be gorgeous for the tortilla. Put my grill on now. So I'm going to prepare the salsa. Chilies, straight in. A quarter red onion, some hard tomatoes cut side down, a couple of garlic cloves and a drizzle of olive oil goes under the grill for about 15 minutes until the vegetables begin to char. Then into a processor. We're also going to add chipotle chili, which is a dry smoked chili.
Frank, even at major championships, a good crowd on a single day might be 25 to 30,000. Consider this for just a moment. At the TPC Scottsdale in 2013, round number 3 on Saturday, almost 180,000 fans jammed into that ballpark.
It's hard to imagine that's twice the gate at a Super Bowl on a golf course. Now, obviously, some of it's hidden because of the size of the acreage, but golf just doesn't get that type of crowds anywhere else in the world. But it works at TPC Scottsdale. They have a crowd that keeps going back. They have the Bird's Nest, for example, that goes there. The parties that ring around there. It's an atmosphere that golf never gets anywhere else, but it really works there. The players feel it too. They breathe it. And this is 1 week of the year, just 1 week, where they do feel like superstars.
It's a mix of soft spikes and stiletto heels. There's nothing quite like the TPC Scottsdale. That is classy.
They have a chance of going in. Chance for back-to-back.
About 3 layers.
With that birdie, moves 1 shot closer to the lead. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18, where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
With some perfect peas and a marvelous mash. My next dish is unbelievable. It really is unbelievably tasty. And I'm using a very inexpensive cut of pork, belly of pork, to make my jerk belly of pork with pea and potato mashup.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. crucial eagle attempt on the way. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that may have gotten the leader's attention. Into the top 10 with an eagle.
They had to have heard that roar.
Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist-pumping, the rowdy spectators. I mean, he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now, try to walk away with the par. So just a formality here. Moves up into second place with that par.
He's got his eyes well entrenched on the leader.
Frank, 16 was fun. 17 is always exciting here at TPC Scottsdale.
You've got to be careful because that water that sort of goes around the left side of the green, if that ball's coming in with a little bit of hook, it's just going to keep going left. There's the one bunker you really have to focus on. That's the one in the middle of the fairway. 280 will carry that. Chances are the ball can run onto the green. It takes a brave man really to try and fly this ball all the way there. It's not really needed because there's always another 10 or 15 yards of run. Factor that in.
Coming down the home stretch here at the 17th, set up well for a chance to go after this flagstick. Chance to get it close here.
Nothing could be simpler. Take the fork and just give them a bit of a cross on the side of the pan there. Just a very casual kind of breaking up of the potato. And we'll just turn that gas off there.
Oh, it looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
It's a play of textures here. You've got the softness of the potato. And you get that little bite because there's only
Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish. Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side. But it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Ooh, got all of that one. In straight, 325 yards in the fairway.
serving that. Don't look at the hot pepper sauce. When you have such a rainbow of colours on the fork, you know you're in for a taste sensation. Wonderfully juicy, real succulent spouting. The big pair, of course, as well.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Now that little bit of sweetness.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a tremendous week of golf. And that, my friend, is a winner right there.
Yeah, and he should be proud of himself, too. It took golf of the highest quality to beat this high-quality field, and that is something that you will remember for a long, long time.
They would have thrilled us. They would have, you know, like ginger. Hey! It may not look like it. I mean, look, it's ugly, isn't it? I mean, it's misshaped and it's a bit odd, but this is beautiful. Like ginger parking. It's like old-fashioned and familiar gingerbread, treacle toffee, all those things, they came from overseas. And I mean, white-haired and berry pot, really kind of northern spots. Yeah. They're full of all this pepper and stuff. because that's where all shit came from. It's like, you know, Whitehaven. Fletcher Christie, you know, Mutiny on Bounty. Yeah, well, he was from Whitehaven. He was, you know, Captain Blythe lived on the Isle of Man. All these fellas were roaming the ocean just to bring back these exotic spices for us to enjoy. And some 100 years on, we take it for granted.